What's up, YouTube? It's your boy QTV coming back at y'all with another video, man. Look, man, I know, man. I know it's been a long fucking time coming. I know I haven't been, you feel me, like posting as much as I was, you know what I'm saying? But I'm back and I'm better, you know what I'm saying? I had to really take a long mental health break, you know what I'm saying? And on top of that, you know what I'm saying, real shit going on in my life right now behind cameras that no one knows about, you know what I'm saying? Because I just want my work to speak, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody knows about the real shit I'm going through. So I just want all my work to pay off, and I want y'all to see my work. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't using this as no excuse or nothing, but it's just, just keep me in the back of y'all minds, you know what I'm saying? I want to appreciate all the new subs we got, anybody that been watching, tuning in. Hope y'all enjoyed them vlogs, but, we back on our reaction shit. So let's get into it, man. Today we're finna react to terrifying footage of killers during the shooter massacres. The mass shootings, my bad. Let's get into it, man.
To return to the scene and kill again. Then we have the case of DeRodney E. Russell. When police pulled him over about a stolen vehicle, they found that they were facing a suspect wanted for a deadly double murder.
Wait, y'all, hold on. I think we reacted to this video before.
They found that
I think I reacted to that video before.
they were facing a suspect wanted for a deadly double murder. Finally, we explore the tragic death of 3-year-old Asaya Figueroa, who was murdered by remorseless adults who became fugitives of the law.
The Orange County Sheriff's Department has released body camera footage from the arrest of the suspect in Monday's deadly shootings in Orlando.
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't trying to pause too much, but y'all know, man. Y'all know I gotta say my say-sos and this shit, bro. Man, if you killing a kid, bro, you a bitch. I ain't gonna lie. Killing a kid, you a bitch. You a coward. Real shit. I don't respect that at all. No cap.
Wednesday, February 22nd, 2023, and police are called to Hialeah Drive in the Pine Hills area after reports of a shooting. When first responders arrived, they were greeted by the horrific sight of a woman gunned down in her own vehicle. Nathacha Augustin did not stand a chance against the crazed gunman who had taken her life. Nathacha was an innocent passenger riding in the car driven by the cousin of Moses. He offered to give Moses a ride. It was noted that Moses appeared sweaty and was acting strange as he entered the car. Then, Moses pulled a gun and shot Nathacha directly in the chin in an unwarranted and brutal attack. Within minutes, the scene was one of chaos, with police, medics, and reports swarming to Hialeah Drive. Police cornered off the area and began the search for clues as to what kind of monster would commit such an atrocity in broad daylight and on a seemingly innocent victim. But the answers the police would need would come much sooner than they or anyone else expected, as, like many killers throughout history, this sick and twisted maniac was about to make a shocking return to the scene. Only he was returning for more than just morbid curiosity, and what he did next stunned the community, the nation, and the world.
It's very emotional here outside of Orlando Regional Medical Center.
As Moses made his reappearance, he decided this killing spree was far from over. It did not take him long to find his next victim and turn this street into a war zone. Dylan Lyons was a bright, upcoming 24-year-old reporter who attended the scene for Spectrum News. With him was his photographer, Jesse Walden.
The first shooting happening near the corner of Hialeah Street and Harrington Drive, north of Colonial and east of Hiawassee Road. Orange County deputies say they initially found a woman in her 20s shot and killed there at around 11:20 this morning. Now later today, just after 4 this afternoon, 2 journalists were covering that earlier homicide, and that's when the sheriff's office said the suspect, Keith Melvin Moses, walked up to their unmarked car and shot both of them.
Journalism can often come with its fair share of danger.
I ain't gonna lie. I remember some years ago, nigga, I was doing journalism. I instantly knew it wasn't my cup of tea, because what the fuck? I mean, doing this shit is damn near like journalism, but it ain't my cup of tea to just sit there and report murders and shit. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not finna put my life on the line for that shit. That's what I'm saying. Like, you feel me? But I don't be understanding niggas, bro. Like I don't understand why niggas go around killing motherfuckers for no reason. Like certain shit makes like I ain't saying killing is a good thing, but at the same time, killing isn't bad depending on what you doing it for. I feel like it's the reason behind that shit. Like this shit right here, that's pointless. That's just dumb as shit. Like why? You know, you have no reason to be killing nobody. Like
as many can get right into the heart of a crime scene, sometimes even while the crime is still happening. As they covered the story, the area was literally could not have known just how psychopathic this killer really was.
The News 13 reporter and photographer were covering this morning's homicide on Hialeah Street. Shortly after 4 o'clock this afternoon, deputies say the 19-year-old suspect from that homicide showed up at the scene and shot the news crew.
They were both taken completely unaware. Lyons was aimed at point blank in the chest, and Walden was aimed in the groin, showing just how crazed this suspect was, inflicting untold pain and suffering on several innocent people. Lyons came off worse from the attack.
They were both in or near the vehicle, a reporter and a photographer, and unfortunately one has passed.
But Moses had not yet satisfied his bloodlust, and his next target could be anyone. According to reports, Moses then casually walked down the street and up to a house with a sliding door, where he let himself in. 9-year-old Tiona Major.
oh hell nah, bro. Y'all done let him kill a little girl, bro.
Would have had no warning as to the events that were about to transpire, as this barbaric madman opened fire on her in her very own home. Despite being shot twice in the stomach, her and her mother Brandy managed to barricade themselves in the bathroom in an effort to escape the imminent danger.
Among the lives lost are a 38-year-old woman named Natasha Augustin, 9-year-old Tiana Major, and Spectrum News 13 reporter Dylan Lyons. The little girl's mother was also shot and, according to authorities, is in the hospital. Also recovering from gunshot wounds is photojournalist Jesse Walden. Walden says as a result of the assault, he had surgery, but that he's okay.
In just 36 weeks, Universal Technical Institute can train you for a career in welding. If you like it.
Moses fled the house, but was a wanted man, and it did not take long before he was spotted by officers on the street.
He was detained and arrested near that area right after the two shootings.
That shit's stupid. And I ain't gonna lie, they supposed to been on his ass like stink on shit. Like, they supposed to been on his ass, bro. I don't be understanding shit like that. That shit right there be stupid for real. Like, that shit dumb.
A very good description was given out. Shooting.
Till backup arrived. These officers would have known exactly what this madman was capable of.
19-year-old Keith Melvin Moses is suspected of shooting 5 people in the Pine Hills area of Central Florida, killing 3 of them.
After his short but brutal killing spree, Moses was finally off the street and into the hands of the law.
Walden wrote on Facebook, "I lost one of my best friends, Dylan." Keith Melvin Moses has been charged with first-degree murder with a firearm. He has not yet entered a plea.
In custody, he refused to cooperate and is even alleged to have pretended to be asleep. Even worse, it is reported he tried to let himself out of the police interview room once he was left alone. He is set to face his day in court and has so far amassed a long list of charges against him, as well as the 3 second-degree murder charges.
He ain't getting out. Long story short, his ass is not getting out. Hey, once again, the camera. Or my lawyer, which is my big brother, he gonna find his ass guilty. He's not getting out. You know what I'm saying?
Guilty as charged.
Guilty as motherfucking charged. He killed them people, and he shall do the motherfucking time, because he killed their ass definitely for no reason. And he had no business killing a fucking little girl. That was just fucked up. That's bogus as hell, man.
Motherfucking little girl.
Hell yeah, man. He killed the little girl 9 years old.
9 years old. Well, why would he do some shit
This
like
how the
that?
nigga look, though. Cornball.
Fuck, he smiling at, though.
Cornball ass nigga. He best better know they gonna beat his ass now. Killed that little girl, man.
I hope he ain't try to do that shit.
Nah, he did. No cap. His ass killed 5. He shot 5 people, killed 3. He killed the girl, killed the news reporter came to, report the murder of the other girl. He came back and shot their ass. Man, that nigga, his ass going down.
Where he from?
It's Florida. And he 19, Florida. That's just a crazy motherfucker.
He probably had a mental problem. He probably ain't have it.
He must have. He must have.
Families of the victim are Ron Worrell of failing to keep this dangerous 19-year-old off of the streets. Worrell fired back saying, "This isn't about whether or not I'm following the law. This isn't about whether to control."
Yeah, we on to the next
As our
suspect.
next killers spend their time celebrating right after they committed murder. Killers spend. Our next case will show the true evil of human nature.
Yeah, I think I could have sworn I reacted to this video before.
As our next killers spend their time celebrating right after they committed murder.
You can hear them talking on the trains. You can hear them talking and celebrating, talking about the gunshots.
At around 6 p.m., November 26, 2022, and 911 dispatchers received several calls about a shooting involving several people. According to reports, an off-duty cop and security guard had encountered a group of youths over unruly behavior and also curfew violations, as there had been restrictions in place after a string of shootings in 2021. More specifically, anyone under 18 was not allowed in the station after 3 p.m. As they moved to 17th Street, something escalated the situation, and before long, the station was like a war zone. In the crossfire, several people were shot, one fatally. Speculation has led police to believe it may have been a confrontation between several shooters.
I definitely react to this before.
From 2 gangs that got completely out of hand. The lead investigator told an information-hungry press that the Atlanta Police Department, the city of Atlanta, we do our very best to identify suspects involved in violent crimes, and we do our job, and we're good at our job. We're doing what we do to keep the city safe.
During the train ride, they antagonize different customers. They flash gang signs.
Take one more good look. While APD says this guy is the primary shooter, this team also opened fire and say they believe the third shooter is among the group.
And to find the shooters who terrified the Atlanta station, they would ask the public for help.
Never in a million years would I have thought that this would be a part of my story.
Sadly, Zion Charles died from his injuries the night of the shooting. Cameron Jackson was wounded, but despite the efforts of the medical professionals, he also passed away, shocking the city of Atlanta.
A second boy has died following a weekend shootout near Atlantic Station. Now police are asking for the public's help.
Finding the perpetrators became even more urgent.
This has been upgraded to a double homicide as we have a 12-year-old dead and now a 15-year-old dead as well. Police say that the suspected shooters could be seen celebrating as they made their escape.
When police revealed the security footage of the suspects, they showed no sign of remorse for their actions only moments before.
All smiles and hand, who his mom says he snuck out to meet up with, continued on.
A determined police force was defiant against such an open and violent crime. As APD Deputy Chief Charles R. Hampton Jr. told reporters, "We're going to hold everyone responsible for these deaths."
Atlanta police say they're also looking for a second shooter, seen here in images wearing blue and white.
It would not take determined that this was likely the result
aggravated assault and gang charges.
It was determined that this was likely the result of a gang confrontation, and police believe the intended victim was Cameron Jackson, and Zion Charles was tragically caught in the crossfire.
All the bullets were meant for Cameron. Zion took the bullet. He's deceased on the scene. Then we have the other victims that was also shot. Everything was directed to Cameron. The male in the black,
bright futures ahead of them.
He is the main perpetrator,
representing his country one day. Olympics in 2020.
The videos that
to murder and of he is the only one named, was arrested during a traffic stop. Police were following a stolen vehicle until it pulled into a gas station. As the driver and passenger went inside the station, the police made their move. Despite their best efforts to run, police managed to surround them and placed them both under arrest. One of those arrested was wanted for murder in a nearby county, and that suspect was DeRodney Russell. At the time of making this video, these 4 suspects are still to face a judge and jury, but let's hope when they do, they are made to serve lengthy sentences for their crimes. But when the details of this case are finally revealed, they will chill every bone in your body.
It will not get better unless we make it better.
Here's one thing you need to do before buying anything online. Don't spend another dime on Amazon until you watch this first.
Shut up.
North Carolina, Richard Rizal Drive, September 27th, 2021. A night like any other as residents are prepping for bed. At around midnight, a car drove up to one of the houses and several people got out. What happened next shocked an entire community, sending the media into a frenzy as the perpetrators fired over 150 rounds of ammunition into the house in an apparently unprovoked slaying.
Police believe some of the suspects may have been young themselves, saying the shooting has possible ties to students at 3 CMS high schools.
The group drove off, leaving chaos in their wake. Inside the scene was one of carnage, as several members of the household were struck, including 3-year-old Asaya Figueroa and his older sister.
Marva's family hung orange lights on the memorial tree created for Isaiah. Orange, because that was his favorite color.
Despite the best efforts of the medics, Asaya did not survive his injuries. In an effort to find those responsible,
That's fucked up. That's why niggas that got guns, boy, if you don't know how to aim, don't shoot them. And don't have no gun if you finna just do some dumb reckless shit. Like, that's stupid. Like, my condolences to, you know what I'm saying, everybody in this video, man. I'm done with this reaction. I'll see y'all in the next video. We gone.